It's Friday, and I want to know what's on your mind. This is a show about real people, real issues, having a real conversation every Friday. So with that said, we'll get into introduction, introduce yourself, and what you're currently doing. Anyone can jump in.
I'm Halisa Hyler, and I currently am a home health aide.
Awesome. Thank you, Halisa. All right, who's next?
I'm Tamika White. I am director, multi-hyphenated, founder of Black Girl Magic Creative Series, and glad to be here.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, Ashley, go ahead, girl.
Hey y'all, I am Ashley Williams. I'm a publicist, also now producer. Obviously, I'm more excited to talk about this new chapter in my life as a producer, but that is me, and I'm so excited to be here with you all.
Awesome. So excited to have you guys. So we'll get right into the conversation. Is affirmative action still relevant in our society? Sorry. Anybody can jump in.
Well, I don't know about our society. If you're talking about I'm just gonna speak to the melanated people that are on the call. I hope that within the next 4 to 8 years that we can be living in a society that it's no longer relevant. I don't know how this election in November is going to change that, but if things still continue as they are today, then absolutely affirmative action is still relevant and still needed.
Awesome. Anyone else want to jump in that one?
Yeah, I agree with Ashley. You know, it's I would say it's an unfortunate reality that we still have to have it now. You would think it would be kind of over and done with, or not be a part of a hiring process and culture, but it is. And I know and I hate to use the word that I always think that comes associated with affirmative action, and that's quotas.
Yeah.
I really hate that word. But yeah, there's it serves and lends itself to certain instances and situations, but yeah, it's truly gonna determine, like Ashley mentioned, which again I wholeheartedly agree with, you know, how things are gonna shape in the next 4 to 8 years. And we know what's coming up November, so let's make sure you either mailing it in, get to them polls, or do something, vote early, because that's gonna tell the tale on how it's going to look in the next 48 years. On if we can just be all together. Yeah.
Absolutely. Halisa, what do you think?
I agree with the ladies. I think that we need something. It's going to be a change. So we need to put policies in place now. We need to really pay attention to what's going on, because sometimes we don't even pay attention to what's going on around us. Mm-hmm. And therefore when the change comes, we're upset. But if we're paying attention to what's going on around us, when the changes do come, we'll be more aware. Like you said, we need to go out and vote. We need to vote. If don't vote, then don't complain.
Absolutely. So, do you think by voting, though, this upcoming election, do you think that's going to change any of the affirmative action, the way things are?
I think it will change some of the way some of the things are, because first of all, when you go out and vote, that means you're changing your own mindset. You're changing your mindset from doing nothing to I'm gonna do something. Right. So it's going to start with yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. How do you feel about being forced to wear a mask? Why do you think it's causing so much controversy?
Me.
Jump in. Come on. Go ahead, Halisa.
I'm finna speak from personal experience.
Yeah.
talking about my mom, which I thought from the beginning, I thought it was a good idea, but my mom is actually in the hospital now, and she got coronavirus from work.
Oh, wow.
And she works in a public setting. She works at Lowe's. So after she got tested positive, me and my son, who is around her a lot, we actually went and got tested, and we were negative. So we know she didn't get it from us. So if everybody wear masks,
Right.
then I feel that she wouldn't have got it. She has to wear a mask because she's working.
Yes.
But somewhere along the way, somebody didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really no. I'm first of all, Halissa, prayers to your mom.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And it's really interesting that you bring that up, Sheila, because I work currently, as a creative, we got the side hustles, and my side hustle is actually a DSW. I'm a disaster service worker for the city. I hope everything's okay there. For the city of Los Angeles, I'm at a testing site, and I do not wear the full PPE. I wear the N95 mask. I wear the surgical mask. I wear the gloves. I wear the eye mask and headgear. And I do not come in. But what's interesting on the word or the question when you say force, the word forced, a lot of people feel like this is what something is like, something inflicted upon them. No, this is a life-saving procedure. And I am no one's medical professional. But to be out there on boots on the ground, and talk about having a newfound perspective to be out there in those trenches. And look at what first responders and health professionals have to do so we can prevent this. This is not a hoax. This is not something that I know I get the little videos from certain friends and colleagues. They're like, girl, it ain't even real. They knew about this. They was planning it. Look, these numbers are they coming in and they're rising. And if you really, I just took a test and thank God negative. And each test I've taken, this is my fourth test and it's been negative. But at the same time, I'm just, it's a reality to make sure that I'm not gonna lie. I'm holding on to bated breath every time I wait for those results to make sure that everything is okay. So to be forced, and I've seen some people take such positions, or it's kind of like how we done. It's how it was for me after 9/11. When we fly. Oh, we're complaining about this and that, and the lines are taking. If this is going to keep you safe.
Right.
If this is what procedures have to be done, so it may slow down the process more than what we're all used to, because we want to not be inconvenienced as human beings. We want to be able to go and do what we normally do. Well, this is the new normal. This is the new normal, in my opinion. Wearing masks when you leave your home, and if you really like me, you in a mask and you in gloves, and a face mask, so you can do whatever to slow this thing called coronavirus down. So I don't know what people are talking about being forced. Get over yourselves. We're trying to save lives. And if you got something that's happening up close and personal, heaven forbid, not a family member or someone that you love that's been contracted with the virus, then maybe, hopefully, you don't be forced to change your mind and see it differently.
Right. What do you think, Ashley?
It's interesting because I among my community of friends and peers, I am the mask police, and I am the person that has masks in my car. And if I go inside of a place and someone is not wearing a mask, I'm like, do you want a mask? Can I help you?
Oh.
Just yesterday, there was like a gentleman that came by my home, my mother's home, and he was like, I don't know, coming to like interview to be a gardener or something. And my mom is a cancer survivor. She had on her mask,
right?
And he didn't have on his mask. And when I first came out there, I was like checking to see why my dog was barking. And then when I saw he didn't have a mask on, I went back inside and came back out, and I gave him my box of masks, and I said, "Do you need a mask?" And he was like, "Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I forgot my mask." So I think that there are two categories of people that I'm finding. And I've had this debate on social media with people, and I come from the vantage point, like, if you are not wearing a mask in public, I'm not sure if you are practicing safe sex. I'm really concerned about your overall health and what you practice with other people, because you know, this is a global pandemic, what it was in the 80s when HIV was announced to the world. So that is that I so my point is, there is a category of people that I found among my peers that have had, you know, a tough life that is different from mine, that is different from everyday people, that are kind of like, mask, like, I've survived bullets, or I've survived worse. So, you know, that's that mentality.
Right.
And then there's another category of people that are maybe come from a place of privilege, that just are just totally oblivious to it. So it's unfortunate, because it's like, you know, even if I wear my mask, and even if I'm doing everything that I'm doing, you know, someone still has the right to not wear their mask or to do whatever they want to do. Hopefully there'll be some federal leadership that can push us all in the right direction, so we can just, you know, go back to some sense of normalcy, but also, like, just, you know, come together as a country, as a community of people, to just be smarter, like, follow the rules. We live in such a capitalistic society, you know, so it's like me first. And I think that's why we're struggling, because we don't have that type of culture here in America, where people are concerned about other people like that. Right. Like in parts of Asia and parts of Europe, where they've seemingly gotten the virus more under control.
Right.
So, you know, I can only hope that people will do the right thing. But like I said, among my peer of people, I am the mask police. So please wear a mask around me.
Great. I mean, that is so wonderful. And you hit it on the head, that in this country, it's like people just don't appreciate the value of humanity. This is a global pandemic. How can I say it? The whole world is experiencing this pandemic except for Antarctica. So you have every continent on this planet affected by this pandemic, and you're upset that you have to wear a mask. The humanity of that is just amazing. I'm just astonished how people want to have a controversy about wearing a mask. When you're wearing a mask, you're saving humanity of what is left for this world. You know, it's unbelievable, just unbelievable.
Yeah, I just want to add really quickly. You know, and I mean, we're all on the same page here. Obviously, the panel is like you know, absolutely. And to see this stuff personal. I mean, even in a testing site, even at a testing site, I've seen the privilege of certain individuals in a line, and there's signs. I mean, people are just not taking precautions on every, like, this is like, oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I don't know if that's the posture and the attitude that one is choosing. Like you said, individuals are choosing to navigate the way in their mindset is leading them. But it just, like, this is not about comfort for you and making your life, you know, uncomfortable and inconveniencing you. Right. This is about saving your life. And when we have signs, and it's about saving your life. It's about saving my life and your life, everybody's life, and the reality, so we can get these numbers down. And I'm with Ashley. I don't know what is going on in this particular country, but I really wish that maybe we would have to put our foot down with our officials, because I tell you, it's like there's other parts of the globe, like saying, you know, like we're going to, maybe the thought of fining people is not taken seriously. Right, if you don't wear this mask, I'm gonna put $1,200, $1,500. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have to put a price tag on your life? I don't know. But just get it together, people. That's really, it's serious. And social distance, and really practice social distancing. We can't be all up close on each other. I'm in need of a hug to give and receive them, but right now we may elbow bump, or air fist bump, but other than that, or just, you know, greetings. some type of sign language with no, all within reason to show that I care. And I'm thinking of you. But yeah, let's just wear the mask, wash our hands, social distance, and just follow the rules, y'all.
And we're just going to piggyback on that last question. If you think about it, our next one is: has the pandemic changed what you value most in life? Alyssa, I'll start with you. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
As I already said, we run around doing everything, but when for a lot of people, and I can speak for myself, I did think it was serious, but until my mom actually caught the coronavirus, I'm like, okay, no, wait, stop, hold up, what's going on?
Right.
I mean, we wore our masks, we wear them to work, we wear them in the store, whatever. But until it actually hits your house, until it actually hits your family, then you take another look at it. We know it's serious, but when it actually hits your house, then you take another look and say, okay, we need to start even doing more. Like I can't pronounce the name. Sister White said, yes, now we have to stop the hugging. We have to do the fist bump. We have to do the elbow. I mean, I love you, but I have to love you from a distance. Because and even like Sister Williams said, if you're not gonna practice wearing a mask, then okay, I'm gonna wear a mask and keep my distance. I mean, we have to do what's best for our family, for our house.
Right.
So yes.
Ashley, what do you think about it? Has it changed your values, this pandemic?
2020 has been a special year overall. I think at the start of the pandemic, March 15th, it was like, oh wow, like this. I saw how it directly affected my family and loved ones professionally as restaurateurs. So it was like, oh wow, this is amazing. And then other things just happen in life, like life stuff just happened. Losing close friends that are young like me, that I'm like, what happened? Not COVID related, but just like, what? How did what? You were 31 years old. You're full of life. So many things have happened this year. But 100%, I'm more thankful for what I've learned and who I am now because of all of this craziness that's happened in these 8 months. But it's definitely been life-changing, and hopefully it's life-changing for everybody else in a way that makes us all better. Okay. Honestly.
What about you, Tamika?
Oh yeah. I believe in energy, and where and that's a part of, to me, in my journey, in my spiritual journey, it's also part of like how I feel like I'm divinely guided. And the universe tells me in a way that a huge way, lessons about myself, and what I'm learning about myself and how it has affected me during Corona is how to truly slow down. I am being forced to slow down. I am a very, I'm an ambitious individual. I'm a passionate individual. I'm a go-getter. I got to get it done. And I feel like if I'm not getting it done, oh my gosh, I'm procrastinating. I'm procrastinating. I'm a slacker, and I'm taking a hard step back and said, no, sister, this is not what we're going to do. We're going to take our time. And it actually has done a great deal on a lot of things, on me being in the sense of self-care, and my exchange, which has allowed me to meditate more, which has allowed me to do yoga. I didn't think I was going to be getting up in the morning doing yoga, y'all, but I'll be doing yoga. And because I'm so glad it's not a foreign concept, but I've just introduced it to me in my body, in my world. And that's what and I'm grateful to that. So there are some gifts that are coming out of COVID, that are allowing me to take, to live a little bit more introspectively, take a look within, and just get more grounded. I don't think I'm completely all over the place, but it's allowed me to just slow things down, step back, get some perspective, and then, and just and be kinder and gentler to me, because if I don't get it down, oh my gosh, I'll let somebody down, I'll let myself down, and all this spiraling out of control and anxiety type of energy. And I'm like, no, we're just gonna remain calm. We're just gonna remain calm, and we're gonna remain grounded, and we're just going to. And if we don't get to it, it's okay. Prayerfully, you'll see it another day. So yeah, that's one of the gifts I've been able to take away.
Yeah, you said some wonderful things that I'm still working on, because I'm like you. I'm trying to get things done. I'm trying to stay focused, stay motivated through all this madness. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the hustle is still on. It's just like, but at the same time, it's not like I'm not in a fiend-like energy. It's just, not just go. It's just, you can go, but let's not go with just so much. And there's urgency, but not in the sense of like I have to, there's some race against time type of mindset, what I typically can do.
Awesome. Well, ladies, in wrapping up the show, are there any other words of encouragement you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, just be kind to each other. The human condition is, by nature, I think we as human beings there's a level of the connotation of selfishness can be considered negative, but taking care of yourself in order to take care of others is very necessary, because if I'm not good to me, I'm surely not going to be no good to you. And community is best as well, even in the social distancing. So if it is a phone call, because I'm grateful for these check-ins that I get from my girlfriends and my family. I mean, it does make somebody sent me a beautiful text today and just said, "Hey girl, I'm praying for you." And I was like, oh my gosh, this is simple things, and not that we shouldn't be completely foreign. Hopefully we're just doing that anyway. But some things do kind of make you kind of snap up and, and say, you know what? I might have slacked off on that. Let me just do something a little bit extra in the name of humanity.
Yeah, wonderful. Alyssa, what do you have to say? Words of encouragement?
Take care of yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Take care of yourself. And I know we're going through a pandemic, but we don't have to let the pandemic control our emotions. We can still be happy and joyful within the pandemic.
Absolutely. Ashley?
I love so much what both of you ladies said. That's right on par and resonant with me, and what I think is in the universe and the zeitgeist of what we all should embrace, and that's taking care of self. I'm reading this incredible book called The Power of Now, and it really is diving into what self is, and really looking at the duality of who we are as people, and learning to care for that second self that we all have, the core of who we are that allows us to function professionally, personally, and just in our everyday lives. And I'm learning that now, and it's been life-changing. Even when I want to go do this, I think of self that needs to do that. And that has been a game changer for me. And I hope that we all take that to heart and really implement it in our lives.
All right. One last thing here, ladies. Where can people find you on social media? Give each of you like a second or two.
You can find me Ashley. Ashley is spelled Ash, ASHLIEPW. You can follow me there on Instagram, also at Code6PR, and you'll find out what I'm doing for.
Tamika, what can people find you?
Oh, yeah, you can find me on all my social media platforms. Tamika, TAMIYKA, at Tamika. That's on Instagram and Twitter, and Tamika White on Facebook. Follow Black Girl Magic Creative Series. It's on Instagram, and we're also on YouTube, and we are constantly putting content out. So yeah, follow me, and I'll follow you back.
Awesome. Alyssa, where can people find you?
On Facebook, Halisa Hyler, Halisa M. Hyler, HALISA MHYLER. That's where you can find me.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much again. I really appreciate it. Trust me, we worked out the technical kinks, so I will keep you posted on when this episode will be posted out. You guys have a blessed, wonderful weekend. Please tell your network to subscribe to us on YouTube, make comments, share, things like that. Again, we really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Thanks,
You guys have a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.